Dr. Doom vs. Lex Luthor, one of Marvel's first major supervillains versus DC's iconic antagonist of their most prominent hero. Who would win in a fight? Let us know your pick with either hashtag Lex Luthor or hashtag Dr. Doom in those comments below. Hey everyone, welcome back to Versus, a series we do here on Top 10 Nerd where we take two characters, usually one from DC and another from Marvel, and match them up to see how they'd fare in a hypothetical battle. Dr. Doom and Lex Luthor are in the ring with us today, meaning we'll be analyzing two men with incredible intellects who both have their own twisted view on why the world would be better if they dominated it. It's all really for the better of humanity, isn't it? That being said, let's jump in. Before these two put up their fisticuffs, let's briefly dive into their origins, starting off with DC's supervillain mastermind, Lex Luthor. Lex first hit comic book stands back in 1940 when he first appeared in Action Comics number 23. Back then, he was only known as Luthor, and was simply a diabolical genius who lived in a flying city, and was preoccupied with provoking war between European nations. When Clark and Lois investigate him, Lois is kidnapped, and Superman must save the day. And their first encounter, it's implied that Luthor died, but he would return, and his encounters with Superman would commonly end in a way where readers were unsure if he had survived their battle. Oh, and he also had hair back then, which he would lose in the upcoming years, and would later be explained in Adventure Comics number 271 20 years later. The hair loss was due to gas fumes. Now in these early stories, Luthor's goal was usually one of financial gain, but as the character progressed, he started to become intent on ridding the world of Superman, who he not only saw as a threat to his own megalomaniac plans, but also as a threat to humanity's existence. And to some extent, the latter point made sense. Moving on to Dr. Doom. Created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, Victor Von Doom first appeared in 1962 in the Fantastic Four, and since then has always been their archenemy. The funny part is that if Doom actually achieved his goals of world dominance, it would probably be in humanity's best interest. And one premonition of all the future possibilities of Earth, the only one in which Earth was safe and peaceful was one where Dr. Doom reigned supreme. This was confirmed by Doctor Strange while staring into creation during the Secret Wars story arc. So how did Victor end up so diabolical? Victor's mother was a witch named Cynthia Von Doom, who was killed by Mephisto when he was a boy. Their family was part of a Latverian Romani tribe, and his father was a renowned medicine man who had hidden Cynthia's abilities for years. Shortly after her death, the leader of the tribe named Baron had his wife fall ill, and when Victor's father failed to heal her, he was labeled a murderer and the two fled. His father died trying to keep Victor alive in the harsh weather conditions, and Victor returned back to the tribe to discover the truth about his mother. From then on out, he swore revenge on Baron, and grew into a brilliant man who combined sorcery and technology, which eventually caught the attention of the Empire State University. They offered him a position there and he took it, leaving his true love Valeria behind, hoping to use the experience to build a machine that he could use to communicate with the dead, specifically his mother. His roommate was Reed Richards. Needless to say, the two didn't hit it off, and Reed told Doom that his calculations were off for his machine. Victor went ahead with it anyway, and after it was secretly sabotaged by Ben Grimm, the machine exploded, which caused severe damage to Victor's face. Victor was expelled, so he traveled the world, built himself a suit of armor, and became Dr. Doom. Moving on to abilities. Dr. Doom has a super genius level of intelligence. He's a scientific genius, a powerful sorcerer, and knows a thing or two about combat, and those brains have acquired him the necessary brawn he needs to take on some of the most powerful Marvel heroes. The armor that he crafted and wears gives him superhuman strength and nigh indestructibility. His gauntlets have built-in scanners. He's capable of energy projection and absorption, flight via rocket propulsion boots, and can create an impenetrable force field. His suit is also built to last a long time underwater and in outer space. Plus, his suit is outfitted with a ton of high-tech weapons and gadgets. Oh, and that magic component of his powers? Well, he can summon hordes of demonic creatures, and apparently has enough magical ability that he could stand a chance at becoming the new Sorcerer Supreme. He can also psionically transport his consciousness into the bodies of others if he chose to do so. On the flip side of that, it's been noted that Doom's weakness is his arrogance, stemming right back to his origins and how he can't blame himself for the accident that scarred his face, even though Ben Grimm was totally responsible, but he doesn't know that. He prefers to blame Reed, fueling their rivalry. That being said, the villain has a strict code of honor, and will always keep to his exact word. What about Lex? Well, Lex has a bit of a disadvantage. He only has the regular physical capabilities of a normal adult, with no sign of metahuman strength and whatnot. That being said, he's a genius, and has an eidetic memory. He's widely considered the most intelligent human in the DC universe, and one of the most intelligent beings out of all of the species depicted in that universe. He's mastered fields of science that include space travel, time travel, extra-dimensional travel, biochemistry, synthetic polymers, communications, transportation, energy generation, spectral analysis, robotics, computers, mutations, and holography. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff. He's whipped up many an impressive battlesuit before when needing to face off against beings stronger than himself, like Superman, including suits that have rocket boosters that allow him to fly for days on end. His current suit also generates a powerful invisible energy shield, and is armed with a ton of kryptonite weapons that Luthor is skilled with when using in close-range combat. And now onto the fight. So, there's two ways that this could go down. One, if both knew who the other were before facing them and had time to prepare. And two, if they just happened to encounter one another and got into a conflict. For the latter, we'd have to assume that Lex was in his battlesuit, otherwise it'd be far from a fair fight. Needless to say, the former would make for a much more interesting fight, since the latter would likely result in Doom defeating Luthor anyway. Even with Luthor's quick thinking, Doom has too much power in his arsenal, both tech and mystical, that would likely catch Lex off guard and defeat him. So the winner? Dr. Doom. Luthor just doesn't stand a chance against the kind of power Doom has access to. While they may be intellectually equal, the fact that Doom's a powerful sorcerer kinda takes the cake. He's stolen other people's powers before, like Scarlet Witch and Silver Surfer. He's beaten the likes of the Hulk and Galactus, and the fact that he would stand a chance at becoming the Sorcerer Supreme, well, Lex just couldn't hold his own on those terms. Perhaps he'd be able to find a way to combat Doom if he had a proper amount of time to prepare, but in the suit alone, his Kryptonian weapons would be no use here. Alright, there we have it. Do you agree with our pick? Let us know your choice in those comments below with either hashtag Dr. Doom or hashtag Lex Luthor. If you dug this video, please spread the love by hitting that like button and sharing it with a friend. And if you're new, why not hang out with us some more by clicking subscribe. We also have a ton of other great Versus videos that we'd love for you to check out, so go ahead and click on that Versus playlist flashing on your screen right now. In the meantime, thanks for watching. I've been Kelly Pally, and this is Top 10 Nerd. Catch you all in the next one.